All right, guys. Welcome to your daily dose of awesome. Your life 15 minutes of daily motivation, inspiration, and education, so you can get your day started right. Now, today's topic a little controversial, not really actually. And so, as you guys check out what I'm going to talk about today, I'm not really talking about politics per se. Today's topic is what political philosophy must you adopt in order to succeed in your network marketing or home-based business. Now, again, I'm not going to go into like Republican, Democrat, or any of that stuff. I'm talking about philosophy here. So it'll be interesting, and it'll be interesting for you guys to see where you land personally. You may have a political allegiance, but do you have a political philosophy? And that's quite different. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Philosophies. I'm a lead generation and online marketing expert specializing in helping home business owners as network marketers, affiliate marketers, direct sellers multiply their incomes using the internet. Now, I built my first six-figure network marketing business within a couple of years of discovering the information we teach here at Elite Marketing Pro. And over the past 10 years, I've been responsible for over $11 million in gross income into my home businesses and hundreds of millions of dollars more in the incomes of our coaching clients, mentees, and students over the past 10 years. So what we teach works, and we've proven it not only in network marketing and direct selling and affiliate marketing, and virtually every online business. We've had students in every area of business, every niche, insurance, real estate. So this stuff works and is universal. And the stuff I'll be teaching on today is actually something that applies across the board in any profession if you want to be very successful. Now, let me check to see if, I'm trying to see if we're live yet. I'll check that in a second. Now, if you're new to our broadcast, I highly recommend you subscribe to these daily lives. It's very simple. If you're watching this on your mobile device, in the top right corner, I hope that's top right if you're watching this, or maybe it's this way. You're going to click there, and the little ellipsis symbol, ... will show up. Click there again. It'll allow you to open up a menu where you can follow us on Facebook, meaning like our fan page, and also turn on notifications for every time we go live. You get a little ping on your phone, and it'll tell you when we're live. And if you want to watch us live and enjoy and interact and ask questions, you're more than welcome to do that. We bring on 6-figure, 7-figure, and 8-figure earners onto this broadcast as guests all the time. And then also maybe you just get stuck with me individually. So you'll also, through when you click like and follow us, you also have the power to turn on notifications. You get the little ping on your phone, and you can also choose to watch the replay. You just need to click on the little sign that comes up on your phone and click it at any time throughout the day. When you have time, you'll be able to watch us. Similarly, if you're watching this on desktop, you can get notifications on your desktop by simply going to our fan page. Click above the description of this video, click on our logo. That'll take you to our fan page. Click like, and also there's a following button that you could also click, and under that button you could turn on notifications specifically for videos and also live posts or live broadcasts, so that you make sure you get every single piece of content. You're also going to unlock a whole archive of insanely valuable content, interviews, and trainings that we've done over the past year, and that's available under videos in the Facebook section, in the video section of our Facebook fan page. So with that said, let me see who's on. See if I can. Hopefully I haven't been talking to the wind and I've been live. You guys hear me okay? Let me see. There I am. See if I can. Oh, what's up? Hopefully I haven't been talking to the wind. Hey, Bev, Sharon, Fusano, Shadeen, Charles. All right, we're live. And make sure you share this on your, share this to your profile, fan page. If you're an Elite Marketing Pro member, you can use your affiliate URL. Spread the word about these broadcasts. What's up, Robert? What's up, Trish? All right, who's excited about me talking about political philosophies? Actually, and I'm curious, what political philosophy, and you can basically, what I'm talking about in terms of philosophy is conservative, liberal. Where do you fall? Conservative, liberal, centrist. This is the only time you have to fess up. If you don't want to answer, that's cool. But you'll find that actually people that have certain political philosophies may not align with the party that they align with from a philosophical standpoint, and we tend to mix. Also, we tend to mix what political philosophy we follow depending on the area of our lives, and that's what I'm actually going to talk about today and how that affects us. Now, I'll tell you I'm going to get a little geeky on you right now. So I want to tell you about the story of flight. So, basically the laws of physics, when an airplane is flying, they change depending on what speed you have. Basically, the laws and the mechanics and the aerodynamics of a plane work between a certain range of speed. Once you exceed that speed, it all goes out the window, and pretty much the plane's going to crash unless the plane can adjust for the new laws of physics that occur after a certain speed. For example, when a plane is flying below 600 miles per hour, meaning below the sound barrier, before supersonic speed, then there's certain equations and things that are followed, so you can design an airplane based on those laws of physics that happened before supersonic speed. And so once a plane goes into supersonic speed, those things go out the window. That's why you don't see propeller airplanes or even airliners that carry us go beyond 600 miles an hour, because they would literally fall off the sky if they went beyond that. And that's why fighter jets are designed so differently. They look different. They look like rockets, because fighter jets are able to go into supersonic speed, and they have to go into supersonic speed very quickly, otherwise they will fall out of the sky as well. So what works here doesn't necessarily work here, and you have to basically redesign the plane, follow a whole new set laws of physics that have to be applied here, otherwise the plane will crash. And then finally, imagine flying something into space. Now you have going into space. Now you're no longer dealing with one force of gravity. You're dealing with multiple forces of gravity, or no gravity at all. And then also, perspective. On Earth, you can basically use coordinates to figure out where you're at. In space, you have to use a whole new set of coordinates to figure out location and where you're at relative to certain objects, particularly space. So it's interesting to see that what works in one area of our life, may also not work in other areas of our life, or vice versa. And so that's what I wanted you to be open-minded. I've come from, I've been involved in very different, different types of people, different types of environments. So a lot of you guys already know I went to MIT, the best engineering school in the world, not only in my opinion, but that's actually what most critics of education say. And so it's a hyper intellectual environment. I was very intimidated when I was there. I didn't speak for the first 2 years because I was out of my league basically for the first couple of years. And it's also a highly theoretical environment, meaning it's highly innovative. They push the boundaries of what's possible. They're not weighed down by pragmatism. That's not why you go to school there. You explore all possibility, and as a result, that tends to push people's philosophies to the liberal position. So they're very liberal personal philosophies because they're literally exploring everything. That's the mindset that comes out of there, and also in most academic institutions as well. Then I moved into the aerospace industry. It's also an intellectual environment, not as hyper-intellectual as MIT, but now they're more grounded, more focused on pragmatism and what works, because they're obviously now working on things in real life, and they're seeing that real life has some limitations. And the people that work there were, for the most part, conservative. They were conservative conservative philosophies. Mainly influenced by their employment. War is a good thing for business, or at least the build up to it, and so that tends to be more of a at the time was aligned with conservatism, because that's what thought that would keep them employed, and then also they started adopting personal philosophies as well. They're also conservative, personally, etc. And then I come into the home business industry. That's no offense, but not as hyper intellectual as MIT or even the aerospace industry, because here in home business we're focused on the real world. Like, what do we do now to put money in our pockets? I don't care about innovation. I want to learn what's going to get me results right now. And so it's a very pragmatic environment and industry. Mostly libertarian, but a lot of conservatives as well. So those are the political philosophies. And the funny thing I've noticed that across these different environments, success in every single one of those environments, people adopt a personal philosophy of what most people would consider conservative. And it's interesting. Somebody may be liberal personally. They have personal feelings about certain parties or whatever. But when it comes to themselves, and taking ownership of themselves and determining their future, they have certain certain philosophical slants that can be defined in the conservative spectrum. For example, the idea of self-reliance and self-determination. No one else is going to do this for me. I have to do it. I'm taking personal responsibility. So personal responsibility and a refusal to give up on your dreams. My friends who are liberal are working in, they're, probably a lot of working in Silicon Valley. They have these philosophies that probably are liberal for everybody else, but as far as they're concerned, my friend working with Elon Musk, 3 days a week, and basically responsible for landing that rocket. My friend working at Tesla, they are people, regardless of what political allegiance they have for themselves personally, they've taken on the personal responsibility and self-determination of their future. So they're staunchly, kind of free market capitalist, if you will. And so that's really what it means to be successful in any endeavor. If you really push it to its boundaries, you have to basically focus on self-reliance, self-determination, take on personal responsibility, and make no excuses for your lack of success in your life. And you're pretty much adopting a philosophy of free market capitalism. That, what's going to get me to succeed is the value I put out to the world, and the world will reward me as a result. Hope that makes sense, guys. And so they adopt these things personally, but also success in these areas also requires to have a touch of liberalism, because there's in liberalism, if you look it up, generally it's concerned with the what's happening with everybody else. I want to care for those around me. I want to make sure people around me are taken care of. So there's a responsibility and care for others. That's the idea of building community. And so it's not just about me, not just about what's going to, make me money, because you have to, if you want to win in free market capitalism, in the purest sense of the word, then you actually have to put out stuff that's good in your business, and therefore you have to care about other people and what's going to happen, what's going to happen to them. So serving people with a product that they actually enjoy. In my opinion, a lot of people on Wall Street who are brokers are not, they could care less about the people they're serving. They're mostly focused on themselves and how much money they're going to make. If you guys watch The Wolf of Wall Street, you know what I'm talking about. And so, but what we do here at EMP and what we do here in the home business industry, we're about serving others. Hopefully, if you're going to succeed, you have to be focused on serving others. And there's also, not a lot of innovation as quickly as, say, Silicon Valley innovates. We are mostly grounded on what works today, not so much what's going to work in the future. And so a little bit, but not too much. We're very focused on pragmatism. And so there you go. So this is how we apply these political philosophies, with regards to what it's normally associated with conservatism, and also how we kind of blend it with a little bit of what would be considered liberalism. But for the most part, in this industry, personally speaking, when it comes to our career, our lives, we are a free market capitalist. We are willing to take risks and do what others don't want to do. We never choose to never give up and make no excuses for our failures. We don't take mulligans. We don't take things back. There's no backsies in what we do. There's no turning back. There's only do, no try. So we don't dip our toe in the water, or we shouldn't dip our toe in the water. We need to go hard. And I'll give you an example. A few months ago, there was somebody in our mentorship program that wanted to, had gone to the highest level mentorship program, and then some seeds of doubt started coming in, and this person wanted to now downgrade. Maybe this mentorship program is not for me. Maybe I should be over here, and pretty much, at that point, I was like, no, you gave your word to yourself that you were gonna go all the way, and you're in it for the long haul. Why are you backing out now? And you come up with all of these excuses. You're very practical. You're actually very pragmatic. And by most accounts, if you talk to most humans, this person was being very reasonable. But me as a mentor, understanding what it takes to succeed in this industry, I knew that if this person decided to take a step back, meaning lower their commitment to themselves and their business, that they were done. That there is no, there is no, I'm going to kind of, test it out first. So what we expect, and what ended up happening is basically that's, it was tense for a while. Let's just put it that way. But I couldn't, as a mentor, I couldn't back down. I had to make sure that they made that commitment and did everything in my power to make sure they understood why taking that step back would be so damaging to their career and to their dreams. They couldn't see it until much later. Eventually, things worked out, fortunately. And so that's the difference between the entrepreneur mind and the employee mind. And in our space, once you enter my world, I don't care what political philosophy you follow out there. Some of you guys know, I have very different political philosophies than most people in this industry. However, once you enter this realm, the realm of entrepreneurship, I am a hardcore, capitalist, depending on expecting self-reliance, expecting self-determination, not only for myself, but for you as well. I treat you like an entrepreneur, and I expect you to behave like an entrepreneur, not like an employee. You're inside Elite Marketing Pro as a member, or you're watching us and you're in this industry. I expect you to have the mindset of an entrepreneur, and that means, subscribing to certain things. As an employee, you enter into a contract with an employer, and in some cases, society. I choose not to worry about certain things. You pay me a certain amount, and I will work to this level, and you can take care of everything else. So the employee chooses to give up their a portion or a big part of their freedom in exchange for security. As entrepreneurs, we're not looking for security from the get-go. We're looking to create our own security. So entrepreneurs contract employees so they can so the entrepreneur can achieve their dream. The employee is basically giving up on any fantasy of a dream. Beyond what's going to be given to them from their job. The entrepreneur saying, "Okay, Mr. Employee, I need your help, so I will give you this, and I can, become rich thanks to you." And so, also entrepreneurs treat entrepreneurs with high expectations, which is why the situation with this certain student, came up, because once you enter my world, once you enter, Elite Marketing Pro, once you enter, especially our mentorship programs, I treat you like an entrepreneur and expect that line of thinking. So if any colleague or student who's ever chosen entrepreneurship reverts back to employee thinking, as a mentor, it is my job to show them no sympathy and give them ruthless, tough love, and make sure that they follow through on the things they said they followed through. Who's following me right now? So this is actually more about philosophies. And so this is what, for me and for most people in the entrepreneurial space, this is what works. You see, you saw in the last election, you saw famous entrepreneurs, Richard Branson, Mark Cuban, I forgot the owner, the founder of Starbucks, and Warren Buffett. They're supporting the Democrat. And then you have other entrepreneurs, Steve Wynn and others supporting, Donald Trump, supporting the Republican. But I guarantee you, in the way, this is the decisions they're making politically have more to do with what they think is better for society, and there's a difference. What they think will be good society doesn't necessarily apply with how they run their lives. I guarantee you, a Mark Cuban and a Steve Wynn have a very close personal philosophy on what it takes to be successful in business, and that means I take the risk. I am going to determine my future. I'm going to use the opportunity I have as a free market capitalist to make my dreams come true and hopefully make an impact in other people. And it's my opinion, regardless of what you personally subscribe to, on a personal level, when it comes to your career, if you want to be successful, you have to have that mindset. You have to have that dogged, I'm never going to give up determination, usually associated with conservative philosophy. Hope that makes sense. And actually, if you look at history of liberalism versus conservatism, they actually swap traits throughout history. So what used to be conservative philosophy used to be liberal philosophy, and vice versa. It's very interesting. So I'm assigning it in the context of what we know about it today, but it wasn't very long that the idea of liberty and freedom to do what you want, and not so much worry about others, was actually a liberal philosophy, not a conservative philosophy. And conservatives were very regressive. So it's interesting how the traits swap. But the point is, I'm putting in the context of what most people understand things today. So hopefully this was cool for you guys, because this is very much all about mindset. If you're again, whatever political philosophy you follow out in the world, and how you think others should be taken care of or not taken care of, and if you think they should follow the same line of self-reliance that you follow in your business, that's up to you. I think different rules apply for employees, and you treat employees differently because they've entered into a different social contract. As entrepreneurs, there is no muddying of the waters. There is no nuance. We are here to determine our future, and you have to accept that. And so, as a result, you are, stone cold free market capitalist, and you should be proud. And the way you succeed is actually by delivering. Ironically, if you want to be wealthy and rich, you have to deliver on something that's going to be impactful and valuable to the masses. Therefore, you actually have to have a caring for those around you and those you serve. So, hope that's awesome for you guys. Hope that makes sense. And that's what we do here at Elite Marketing Pro. We provide the mentorship for you to succeed in your home business in a radically innovative way as far as the network marketing industry is concerned. I come from the tech world. I guarantee you guys, we are freaking behind. Even as online marketers, we are behind from an innovative and technological standpoint. It is my vision here at EMP to make sure that we catch up. We catch up to Silicon Valley. We get as close to what's happening out there in other industries as possible, and that we no longer are that regressive industry that I've observed. And that's why at Elite Marketing Pro we focus on new innovative ways to grow your business from home. And so it is my mission to grow as a company and help you guys grow, and using innovation and looking towards the future, so we can combine the good parts of what I've experienced with some of the incredible philosophies I learned as a result of being a business owner. So hope you guys will follow me for the ride. If you guys want to know more about what we do here at Elite Marketing Pro and attraction marketing and learning how to build your network marketing or home business on the internet, go to elitemarketingpro.com, and you'll be able to subscribe to a 10-day online recruiting bootcamp and also learn about social media recruiting. So you can get both those free courses that we offer right now. You can download them right now. Or if someone shared this video with you, you can simply click in the description. There's a link there, and you can go check us out. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys got value. Hope this made sense. And hope you guys believe and adopt that free market capitalist philosophy, at least in how you run your business, and know that no one else is gonna, there are no dipping your toe in the water. There's only do, and you have to, the best student wins, and the person that runs the fastest wins in this industry. So take care, guys. Have an awesome day.